Hello guys, welcome back to my channel vfxexpert. So guys, in this today's class we are going to see camera plus object tracking inside SynthEyes. So let's start the class here. So now we are inside SynthEyes. So first we have to import a shot or footage. Then simply we have to click on file, then new, and just select your shot. So it's our shot here. Simply just we have to select the starting frame here. Now just we have to click on open. Then after this you will get this pop-up window here. So first you have to select your required frame rate. So on 24 fps just I am going to track this shot. And now little bit, if you will see this shot little bit showing here stretch here. So we have to also actually adjust our pixel aspect ratio for this shot. So now just we have to click on this more. So bottom side you will get this option pixel aspect ratio. Simply just we have to type 1.5. So this is totally depends on your camera informations. Now after this we have to click on OK. Now just you can see this is a shot here. After this just you can play this shot and just you can check your shot. So this is a shot here. So inside this you can also see this camera movement, and also we will track this object whichever actually holding this lady here. So both things just we have to track. So first we will track our camera, then we will track our object here. Now go to the starting frame here. So now because first just I am going to track our camera, so if you will click on this auto, so SynthEyes will also create a points on this moving object. So we have to ignore points on this moving object while you are going to track your camera. So for this we have to create a garbage roto for this moving character here. So simply for creating a garbage roto, just we have to click on this rotomasking tab or rotomasking room here. Now we are inside this rotomasking tab. Then by default you will get this spline 1, whichever this showing spline 1 camera here. You can see this one here. So because just we have to create your user defined spline, so from these options just you can create your required splines here. So just we have to create a garbage shapes or garbage splines here. Then simply just I am going to take this rectangular shape here. Then you can select this one here. Now then click and drag and just you can create your required shapes here. Now if you will see, just I am getting actually two splines here. So just select this first one, whichever this camera splines, and just hide this one here. Now just I am going to work on this spline whichever just I have created here, which is spline 2. Now after this you have to animate this spline according to this object or character movements here, because this is actually moving object. So now while you will create this roto spline or shapes, so this will automatically add this keyframes here. So as you can see, now just simply you have to move this playhead and just you can adjust your shape according to your object's movement here. You can adjust individual points or just you can adjust entire shapes here. So this is totally depends on your requirement. Now just I am going to adjust a little bit this point here. So this will automatically create this another key here. So roto shapes or spline by default is animated here. So simply just you have to adjust this shape according to your object area. So now here just I have animated this garbage mat or just this splines here according to this character movements here. So now just you can see, so just you have to cover entire this motion whichever this character movements. And now here just I have created this roto shapes here, which is just I am going to use as a garbage shape. So just you can see this one is spline to whichever garbage. Now after this we have to track our camera, then again we have to go to the summary tab. Now just we have to click on this auto button. So this will automatically track your shot and also this will solve your camera. Now simply just we have to click on this auto button here. Now just you can see this one here. Now we are inside this solver tab here. Remember this one here. Now if you will see or if you will check, so we are not getting any point on top of this character here or inside this spline or garbage area. So just you can see. So these points just actually these background points here. Okay, remember this one, not on character. So like this, simply just you can ignore your moving object while you are going to track your camera inside SynthEyes. So now we are inside this solver tab here, and this is our camera solve error, which is 0.66 here. So this is good or acceptable here. But suppose if you are getting this error above 1 pixel, then simply you can click on this track, then clean up trackers, and just select this bad frames. Then you can click on this fix. After this, we have to refine this camera solve. Then in this automatic drop down, just we have to select refine. Now just we have to click on this go. Now just you can see this improvements here. Now this is our final camera solve here. Now just go to the starting frame here and just save this project till here. Now we have to click on file, save projects, and just give a name. So now version 1, and just save this one here. Now after this, if you will see inside this actually camera solve or inside the solver tab, some points actually this is showing in different color. Just you can see these points actually. So because these are our actually ground points, so SynthEyes by default automatically define your some points as a ground plane here or ground points here. So if you want to check, then you can click on this coordinate. So just you can see here, even if you want, you can manually define your ground plane according to your requirements here. Now come here to the solver tab, because here if you will see these points, these are points actually ground points. So just I think these are okay. But suppose if you want to manually define your point, then first you have to unconstrain all points, then you have to select all these points, Control A, then right click on this point, then go to this coordinates, then unconstrain. Then after this you can select your required point and just you can click on this on the flow. So now I think this is actually okay, all these points here. Now just simply we can play and just we can check. Now if you want to check through this perspective view, then layout, just select this maybe perspective. Now just lock this camera. So now just you can see this grid and all these 3D points here. Now this is our grid here, so just you can check your perspective. Now again select this quad view here, then go to this 3D view. So inside this 3D view, just you can create your test geometry according to your requirements here. Also we are getting actually 3 extra views here, whichever this is actually top view. So just you can see all these point clouds or point from this top view. Then this is front view, and these point whichever actually on top of this ground here, remember this one here, okay, and this is actually left view. So just you can see this one here. So this is good because all points above this grid here. So just you can see, even manually you can also orient your scene according to requirements here. Simply what you have to do, just go to this 3D tab here, then you can suppose if you want to rotate your scene, then you can take this rotate tool, then you can click on this hole and just you can manually just you can orient your scene according to requirements here. Now just uncheck this whole options. Now just I'm going to create a test geometry, so easily just we can just test our scene here. So just I'm going to create maybe one test objects here. So just we can select this point and just we can check. So maybe this is our points here. Even suppose if you want to change this color just only for testing purpose, then you can change this color. So easily just you can find your points. Now if you click here, so just I'm getting these points here. So this is actually points here where just I'm going to create the test geometry here. So just you can see. So just temporarily just I'm going to just you can create maybe any test geometry from this. You can select any test geometry from this drop downs here. So just I'm going to create this earthling character here. Simply just you can click and then just you can define. This is just only for testing purpose here. Then click here, then you can take this move tool and just you can select and just you can move. For scene orientation or for camera tracking, I have already created many videos. So if you are getting any problem regarding this video, please watch my previous video. Link I have given in descriptions. Now simply y value always make 0, because just we have to place this character on top of this ground or grid here. So now again just select this camera view here. So first till here just save our project. Now click on file, save, and just we have to play and just we have to check over this camera quality here. Then after this we will start with this object tracking here. Now go to the starting points here, then simply play and just we can check. So now just you can see. So this camera track is looking good here. There is no any slipping or movements here. So this is simply just placed into this scene here. Now after this just we are going to start objects track inside SynthEyes. So again simply first till here just we have to save over this project. Now save as our scene, then we have to click on file, save. So now because just we have to track this objects here, so we have to track using supervised tracking inside SynthEyes. So because just we have to track actually this object which is this lady is holding here. So we will track all these actually track points using supervised tracking, or you can say manually just you can create track points, then you have to solve your object. So for this just I am going to use supervised tracking here. So simply how we can track our object. Now again just we can click here. Now just for object track, first we have to create a object, then we have to click on this sort, then bottom side you will get this add moving object options here for tracking your object. Because now if you will see just I am getting this camera here, then simply you can click on this add moving object. So now if you will see just I am getting this object here, and now whatever point we will create, this will save into this object group here. Remember this one here, okay? Because manually just I am going to create points for this object, so we have to go to this tracker room here or tracker tab here, then we have to click here. Now inside this room or tab just you can create your points, then you can track your all points according to requirements here. So now just only for explanation, just I am going to track some points here. So first just I am going to track these points here, then go to the starting frame here. Now just you have to create your track point, then simply you have to check this band. So you can create your points here, then you can click here, then simply just you have to click whatever point you want to track it here, then you can click. So this will just create a track point. Now simply middle bar button scroll, then you can zoom in, zoom out. You can adjust this pattern size and pattern area according to your requirements here. Then after this we have to check the directions, which is just I am going to track forward here. So suppose if you are also want to track backward, then you have to change the direction. This direction is important, remember this. This is totally depends on your this playhead positions here. Now suppose if you want to track forward or backward, then you can use all these options, or you can use space bar for forward tracking or backward tracking, even left right arrow for frame by frame tracking here, okay? Now just I am going to track this one here, then simply you can press space bar, so this will track this points here. Then you can again you can press space bar, so this will actually just stop this one here. Then if you want you can also just create manually key here. So just create new key. So just you can see this black color dot here, this is means just I have created a key. So according to your requirement just you can create multiple key, or you can also define your numbers. So this will automatically create key according to your defined numbers here, okay? So just I am going to track manually and just we can define this one here. Now just create key. Now here just I tracked over this first point here. Then after this, if you want, you can just log this point here. Then simply you can click on this log. Simply just you can log this point here. Now just I have logged these points here. So just you can see this one here. So like this, just you have to track all your these actually tracker markers you can say, or these balls here. Okay. Now just I am going to track this second point here, whichever this one here. So like this, just we have to track all your points here, which is maximum point just you have to track. Now again just create new point, so this is checked, then simply just you have to click here. So this will automatically this create a new track point. Then you can adjust your pattern size and pattern area, and just you have to track all these things here. Then simply press space bar. Just you have to follow, and just you have to check all these things here. Even frame by frame if you want to track, then you can use arrow key. So this will also track frame by frame key. Forward arrow, back for forward arrow and backward arrow. And just create a key. Now again just you can press space bar. Carefully just we have to track because this is just interacting with this character, and also just we have to check from here. So now here just I have tracked over these 2 points here. So like this just we have to track these maximum balls here. Now just I am going to track this one here. Now this is just going outside from this frame. So again then go to this back here till here this is correct. Now simply just we have to create a key. Now to track frame by frame here. And if there is any movement then you can adjust from here. So now you can see this is moving too much here. So now here just I have tracked these points here also. Now a little bit just jitter just I am getting here. So if you want you can also just smooth your path here. Then simply you can click here, and filtering just I am going to use maybe 2, not too much, and just click on OK. Okay, so remember this one here. So this will little bit just smooth this path here. Okay, so this is totally depends on your requirements here. Now just log these points here. This one also just we have to track. So carefully just we have to track. Then frame by frame just you can track. Even maybe after this is actually not visible here. So if you want you can just end this track points here, then simply you can click here. So now this will end this frame here. Then after this, now this is again visible here. Then you can check this one and just you can click here. Now then you can again you can track this point. So now just you can see till here. Then in between there is no any track points. Now here also just I am getting this tracking data here. Now just log this point also. Just select and log all these points, whatever point you have tracked here. Now suppose if you want to track backward, then go to this last frame, simply click here and just create a new track point. Now just you can change the directions here. Remember this one here. Now again press space bar. So like this, so like this just you can track backward. So now again log these points here. So now first till here just save our project here. Now then go to the starting frame here. Now click on file, just save project. So now after this, just I am going to solve over this object here. Then again, just we have to click on this solver. Now here just I have selected this object. Remember this one here, object. Now just we have to click on this go. So this will solve your objects here. Now click on this go. Now press OK here. So now just I am getting this object solve here, which is error. It's showing 0.53. So this is also very good here. Okay. Even still, if you are maybe getting above 1 pixels, then you can click on the track and clean up tracks, or just you can delete your higher points and just you can retrack your points here. Now just again first here just save as our project here. So now after this, just we have to also check our this object distance from this camera, all these things. So just you have to see. So this is our actually object movements here. Just you can see this one here, this path. So this is just moving here like this. Even from here, just you can also see, which is actually just below this grid here. So just you can see this one here, even here. So maybe if you will check from this side, so if you will maybe suppose go to maybe this point, so any point just you can pick and just you can check. So suppose if you are selecting this point roughly, so roughly actually this object may be around this points here. Okay, this one here, which is showing this one here. Okay, so like this, what you can do, you can adjust your distance, you can adjust your object distance from camera. Okay, so just I am going to adjust it here. So simply how we can do all these things here. So simply what you have to do, just here, just you have to select this object, remember this one here, then you have to go to this 3D tab or room here, then select this quad view. Then after this, simply just we have to select this scale and just we have to check this hole and just uniformly just we have to adjust this value and just we have to adjust this value here. So this will adjust your object distance from camera. Okay, so now just you can see here, now this is actually below this grid, so easily just you can see, just I am going to adjust this one here. So just you can see entire things are moving here. So like this roughly just you can adjust your object distance from camera. So maybe I think this is sufficient here. So because just roughly just I have selected this point here, this one here. So go to this camera view and just you can select this point, this one, and just you can check this one here, all these things here. Okay, so like this just you can adjust your object distance from your camera. Now I think this is actually sufficient here, and remaining things just you can adjust according to your requirements here. Now just I am going to maybe create some test geometry, then we will test about this object motions here also. So a little bit just I am going to create a test geometry. So just we have to check our actually 2 points, main points here. So where is one actually 2 main point, which is your point number 1, this track point 1, 2, 3, and second point 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 4 just we have to just check and just we have to create. Now again just select this object because just we have to create inside this object here. Okay, now cylinder is taken, just you can click and just you can create. Then again size you can adjust a little bit, thickness just you can adjust, maybe this one. Now just we have to adjust rotation, all these things here. Then take this move tool and just we can place it here. Take this rotation tool and just rotate it. I think now just we are going to check over this objects movements here. So again, this is our actually object path and this is our camera path, and just you can see now we are inside this object group here. So just you can see now, just we can play and just we can check first all these things here. So just I'm going to play and just check. Now you can see, so this object is just following according to our this dummy objects here, and this is matching properly here. So all things are just matching here. Even you have any set information, like if you have maybe these and these point distance, then you can also properly adjust your scene scale. Maybe now this is just looking good here. Then remaining size color, now just select this object and just change this little bit color here, select and maybe just select this red, so easily just we can see this object here. Now just we can play and just we can check. Now just you can see this object movement here. Even simple, just you can select this camera view, then entire this area, just you can check all these things, and just if you want you can just maybe display options, maybe show this tracker points, and just you can hide, just only for testing purpose. Just I am doing all these things here, this is not necessary here. Simply just we have to play and just we have to check. Now just you can see, so all things are just matching here. So guys, like this, simply just you can track your camera and object inside SynthEyes. Now after this, just you can export this camera and object track for your any 3D package like Blender, Max, Houdini or Maya. So just only for explanation, just I am going to export this camera and track just only for Maya. Then simply we have to click on this file. First click on file, save. Now click on file, then click on export. Then select this, maybe even you can go to this folder and just select this Maya SK originals. Now just select your path. So here just I am going to select maybe this one. Then now just you can give this name you can also define maybe version 1. So just underscore v01. Now simply just you can save this one here. So now here just then after this, simply just you have to select your starting frame, which is 0, then this rotation order XYZ, plus press OK, and simply just save all these things here. Now come inside Maya. So now we are inside Maya. So first we have to import our tracking data, which just I have exported from SynthEyes. Then simply we have to click on file, then open scene and just select your file. So this is our file which just I have exported from SynthEyes. Simply just we have to select and just we have to click on open, don't save. So now just you can see all these things just I have imported here, these track points and this camera. Now simply go to panel, select this camera here, so just you can check all these things here. So first, suppose if you want to check your object inside this camera, moment if you want to check, then just you can create maybe any cube. Now press W, scale this one, press W, D and V, and just we can place it here. Now we can snap on any points which is inside this camera here. So this is just only for testing purpose. Remaining things just you can adjust according to requirements here. Now just you can see, so this is just matching here and simply just placed into this scene here. Now next thing just I am going to see for this object, how we can place a object. So just I am going to just create a cylinder. So simply just you can take this cylinder and just you can adjust all these things. Now press W and just we can D and V and just we can snap it here. This is just only for testing purpose. Now press V and just you can snap it here. Scale up. Then you can take rotation tool. Now we can go to our ortho view and just we have to check all these things here. Simply just first just we have to check maybe through side view. So just we have to check all these things here. this is looking good here, then go to the simple this camera view, and just we have to play and just check. So this is actually, so this object simply just I placed at frame 137. So now if you will move this plate, so this will not match. Okay, so again go to frame 137 where you have placed your object, then you have to open this main SynthEyes group, and just you have to open this object group. Inside this you will get this object group, you have to open this one here, and simply just you have to select your object and just you have to place into this scene here. Simply hold middle mouse button and just drag into this object, drag this folder here, this one, or inside this group. Now just you can see this is a cylinder here. Now if you will play and just we can check all these things here. Now all things are just matching here. So just you can see. So later just you can replace this one with any geometry. Now simply just we can play and then check. So guys, like this simply just you can track your camera and object inside SynthEyes. Then after this you can export for Maya. So guys, if you like this video, please watch, share, comment and subscribe my channel if you are still not subscribed my channel. So thanks for watching.